Greetings to you, salute. Without any further ado, we're going to go right in. This should be the last installment. Yeah, we're going to conclude it. Jim Jones. Let's go right in.
At the maximum, the possibility is that we may also have used it for a mass mind control experiment.
Do you think there is any connection between this surmise and the Larry Layton acquittal?
There is, but I can't quite figure out which it is. I never have figured that Larry Layton would ever be convicted of anything. He'd never be tried in this country. I think the long length of time it took to bring him to trial was so they could get everything in order so they could arrange for nothing to come out, as has happened. Now, whether Layton was the innocent victim and was a setup, or whether he was actually under drugs, as they say here in this article, I don't know. There's a report in what I have attached here that actually were blanks in his gun. He was waving a blank gun around and firing a blank gun. He may have been a setup. This thing is so weird. It's such a never world that I really can't, except that I believe that our government worked for the government of Guyana to bring about an acquitted verdict down of Larry Layton. I don't think he'll ever be tried in this country for Leo's murder or for anything else.
What significance do you attach to the fact that the leadership of the temple was largely white and the membership of the temple was largely black?
Well, I mentioned that, and in here I think that that's part and parcel of the whole thing. I think that this is what caused me very suspicious about this whole experiment, about the possibilities here. The cabinet was all white.
And as you heard it, the ending of our focus of the King-Alfred plan, the final solution to the Negro or African problem in America, is very interesting information about the massacre in Guyana some years ago with the cultist Jim Jones. It was similar to what we saw in Waco, Texas, but of course the outcome being different, and that the government was not pursuing Jim Jones with gunfire or with some type of army. There were some people there, advisors and others that were there and may have had something to do with the whole outcome of the Jim Jones, what was, as you heard, was probably an experiment or allegedly an experiment in mind control, and also means of genocidal attack on the African people who went there to Guyana. Of course, the King-Alfred plan, as you heard it, / Rex 84, is a plan to suspend the constitutional rights of African Americans in America and to issue them out to concentration camps and prepare them for liquidation. As you heard earlier, liquidation meaning vaporization. One other interesting bit of information is, as you heard earlier in the tape, that during the end of World War II, many of the neo-Nazis and SS men and top scientists were brought here, in fact, to the United States. In fact, the incinerators that we see now, the large, humongous trash incinerators, were architecturally put together by one of the top scientists from Germany who worked on and created the crematorium for the Jewish Holocaust and for the Jewish demise. So one interesting fact also is that in order to burn everyday trash, you only need so much energy. These particular incinerators are located, by the way, in the major cities, which are populated basically by black people or African people. These incinerators have the capacity to vaporize a human body. And why is it that these incinerators need to be so strong? And what is the connection between the Nazi scientists who built crematoriums in Germany for the Jews and is now here employed in the United States building so-called trash incinerator for the United States? So these are some compelling questions as we look at the fact that there has been more and more evidence of a martial law being inflicted on black people, African people in this country, more and more police brutality, police being let off as they have been murdering people in the streets, and more of hints by this government to carry out King Alfred or Rex 84. And also, one final note is that why is it that the secret government and the Joint Chiefs of Staff, if Oliver North was wrong and others for creating this secret government that operated in the basement of the White House, then why isn't this government coming out against it? Why are they being silent about some of the information coming out of Rex 84? And what does FEMA have to do with it all? So these are some questions. We hope that you'll do your own research. We're going to, of course, keep on doing ours. I'd like to thank you very much for listening to today's program, and welcome your letters and comments. Of course, these are our views and not the views of WDTR, its staff or management, or the Detroit Public Schools. It's strictly my view and my guest view. So you may write me here at WDTR, and we always have the address at the end of the show. Thank you again for joining us. I'm Tahira Akmer. We're going to close with Erase Racism by DJ Polo, and invite you to listen again and join us next time. We'll present another aspect of an African world view. Shem Patel.
Yo, V, bring the beat in. Yeah, that's all right. Oh, man. Yo, G. Yo, Cool G. Yo.
I recorded that in the 90s, early 90s. This is Elder Blacklight. And when consciousness was high in Detroit, we was all in Wayne State University, all in Wayne County Community College. We was everywhere with the blackness. And times repeat itself. You know, same thing happening now. You got Black Lives Matter. You can look at some of those brothers and sisters, especially those Caucasians, and see that they high off of something. You got to have that mind control. MK Ultra probably in effect, using whatever psychedelic drugs they are using in today's times. And then you look at the brother and those brothers and sisters in what's that brother name? DJ wow, what's his name? Master J, DJ. When we're not effing around, that supposed to be a military group, paramilitary group, and they shooting each other in Canada. You know, they got to have some kind of mind control over there, man, because anybody with any military strategy or military sense, know that ain't how you roll, you know. So anyway, there's a lot of brothers and sisters that's working for the government, and some of them are being mind controlled. There are many civilian brothers and sisters that are being mind controlled in these days and times. Matter of fact, the whole pandemic is about mind control. But now, don't get me wrong, it is, you know, deadly. It ain't no playing around. They could kill you legally, you know. They could put it in a aerosol can and walk past you and kill you. This is Black Light. Stay tuned. I'll be back.